Those of you who start aerobatics, if I may say that, to impress your girlfriend, forget about it. By the time you can do good aerobatics, your girlfriend will be gone.
Explain that.
Because she has lost patience. It takes so long.
小伙伴们好，我现在就到达了 Extra 的工厂 ，Extra 的总部，德国总部，跟我一起进去看看吧。奔跑白天到晚上，直到我看见天空变微亮，也想要变成鸟儿在飞翔。我想让你的笑容刻在我的心上，要肆意奔跑。
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm a sales director here at Extra, and I will show Sharon, our agent, our China agent, the Extra NG, our all-new Extra NG product. Yeah, there it is. This is a full composite aircraft with a carbon fiber fuselage wing and cell, as it is known from former models of ours. But here we have compared high performance also with great comfort. And I invite you to have a look inside of it, and I think you immediately see what I'm talking about.
我现在终于坐上了 Extra NG Next Generation 全部碳纤维，把这个座舱盖一关，它就不需要戴耳机了，就是两个人之间的通话是不需要耳机的，就是那么安静。怎么做到呢？因为整个飞机它都是碳纤维给它围起来的这么一个状态，然后全都是电子仪表，也可以给它做成米制，咱们中国是用米制，还有速度可以用公里每小时，因为在欧洲用的是节每小时，所以这些都可以做到，真的太舒服了。一会儿我们就在这个飞机上飞一下，我们一会儿会飞一些动作，但是一定要记住，就是这个飞机它所能承受的这个高倍的 G 值不是最重要的。当你把特技飞行飞好了的时候 ，G 值是很低很低的。你只有直到我看见天空变微亮，也想要变成鸟儿在飞翔。我想让你的笑容刻在我的心上，就像它，看阳光。就飘在天空洒地下，笑颜如花，还记得吗？没有方向，肆意的草地上奔跑，要肆意奔跑，白天到晚上，直到我看见天空变微亮，也想要变成鸟儿在飞翔。我想让你的笑容刻在我的心上，要肆意奔跑。跑到大学后街点一份水饺，我要跑到123路公车问叔叔阿姨，你还记得我吗？每次放学都会赶末班车回家，跑过的路有花瓣飘散，记不清楚多久没和自己交谈，想学会魔法让时间倒转，弥补所有过错，还有那些肆意奔跑，白天到晚上，直到我看见天空变微亮，也想要变成鸟。Right, so say hello.
Hi.
That's Mr. Walter Extra and Mr. Marcus Extra. 我现在就要上 Extra NG 飞机了，现在非常的激动。他其实上次我来德国的时候，他就说一定要让我飞，但是那天天气不好，我又着急回国。这次赶上了一个好天气，我们现在就要上去了。现在创始人就在我的面前。Another baby. I understand the feeling very well. What is the greatest difference between flying NG and SC?
So the NG, of course, it's very good visual in the box, and the performance is super nice in the NG. So it's almost as nice as in the SC. And superior of the LX and the LT, that's for sure.
小伙伴们，大家好！你猜我现在在哪儿？我现在德国 Extra 原厂，创始人 Walter Extra。Now you can continue your story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I started my aerobatic flying career in a very old Pitts, which I bought cheap during my studying time, and I didn't have the funds to buy more expensive and more capable airplanes at the time. Rebuilt this thing myself. I used to do RC modeling, and I had a little bit of an idea what an airplane should look like. And I was lucky, the airplane came out quite well. I became a member of the German aerobatic team and flew my first international contest in Oshkosh, where I saw international standards, where I saw the modern airplanes at the time. And there was a gentleman named Leo Laudenslager, who was an American champion, and he had an airplane which he named Laser that was state of the art, and everybody liked the looks, everybody liked the flying. He let me fly it, and I did not like it at all because it was not behaving very well, but it looked good. So coming home, I said, okay, you need to make something that also looks good, but maybe flies a little bit different, and started designing the airplane, which then was named Extra 230 when it was finally done. And I was lucky. The airplane flew, and it flew quite well actually. So some of the colleagues of some other pilots asked me if I could make such an airplane for them as well. And that was the beginning of Extra Flugzeugbau. At the time it was named Extra Flugzeugbau. Our financial authorities instructed me that this was a commercial operation and I would have to pay tax. So I did that, and from then on it was a real company which continued growing. And over the years, I think we are now over 900 airplanes. We are pretty much well known for the quality of the airplanes. When I started this, you used to fly for half an hour and then repair your airplane for about 2 hours. That has changed. We now do, we refuel and we check oil, and then we fly to the next 50-hour inspection, and the airplanes have become very reliable. I think that's something that this company has brought to the table over the years.
When you say repair it for 2 hours, what do you mean?
Oh, there were always little things. Something failed, and you had to do something to the landing gear, replace a brake, or do something to the engine, or whatever. In those days, we did not have electrostarters. We did not have electrical systems to save weight. So flying was more adventure. Actually, starting the airplanes up was more of an adventure. You always needed a second guy to help you, and that's for Western standards just not doable, because the Western pilots, they are on their own. They don't have a team behind them. So I just went back to electric systems, to an electrical starter, and accepted the additional weight, and still got the performance out of the airplane that's required. And I mean, look at our airplanes as they are today, and you will find what I'm talking about.
Yes, they are so amazing. One thing that a lot of my Chinese fans are extremely interested in is the number of G an extra aircraft pulls. Now we're going to answer the question: how many G can an extra aircraft pull?
Well, the airplanes are designed for plus minus 10 Gs, and the lift that you need comes from the wings and not from the propelling system. So you can actually pull 10 Gs in a glider if you are fast enough to start with, and you need the static integrity, the strength of the airframe to provide for that. And if you have that, then you can pull high Gs. But high Gs is not the key factor for competent aerobatic flying. When we practice here, we try to fly about 7 Gs, maybe 8 Gs, and then with a little bit of adrenaline during a contest, you add another one, and normal aerobatic sequences are flown at plus minus 8 Gs here in our environment. Sometimes somebody ends up at 10, but that's too much. We always encourage people to concentrate on the quality. We are not cowboys. Aerobatics is precision flying. You don't need to be brave. You need to be talented to do very good aerobatics. Those of you who start aerobatics, if I may say that, to impress your girlfriend, forget about it. By the time you can do good aerobatics, your girlfriend will be gone.
Explain that.
Because she has lost patience. It takes so long. You just need practice. Yeah. And aerobatics is a precision sport. Well, there is a design requirement for aerobatic airplanes, which states that aerobatic airplanes have to withstand a minimum of plus 6 and minus 3 Gs. Otherwise, you cannot certify an airplane for aerobatics. In my experience, for serious competition-type aerobatics, this is by far not sufficient. So you need to design, you need to provide for additional strength, and we have selected plus minus 10 Gs. Well, I've been there once on a different mission. I like the country. I think it's a great environment, and there is lots of room for aerobatics. China is just starting to even consider it. General aviation is growing, and aerobatics is a substantial part of general aviation. So I think there's huge opportunities for companies, but also there's huge opportunities for pilots to have a lot of fun, because aerobatics is really three-dimensional flying. I mean, normal flying is nice, but it's just a solution for a transport problem. If you really want to encounter freedom, it's aerobatics, period.